Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you about kimchi, a traditional food of Korea. The title of my research is The Different Types of Kimchi, a Traditional Food in Korea. Kimchi is a traditional fermented Korean side dish made of vegetables with a variety of seasonings. There are hundreds of varieties of kimchi made from napa cabbage, radish, scallion, or cucumber as a main ingredient. There are 180 kinds of kimchi in Korea, which are often described as spicy, crispy, and sour. In Sri Lanka, I have eaten something which has a similar taste to kimchi. It is sold at the Food City supermarket. The main aims of this study were to review kimchi as a traditional Korean food and to evaluate the practice of kimchi in Korean culture. Regardless of the fermentation period, kimchi is named according to its ingredients, and it features in different areas as South Korean types and North Korean types. North Korean kimchi is famous for white kimchi. This kind of kimchi is often described as very slip-slop. Contrary to this, South Korea is generally renowned for its spicy kimchi, and the further south you go, the hotter and saltier it gets, as they tend to use fermented fish more. So, North Korea, being a cold province, doesn't normally use as much hot chili powder and salt as in South Korea. For that reason, white kimchi and dongchimi, known in English as white watery radish kimchi, are famous examples of the northern style. Dongchimi is made of pickled radish with salt and put in pickled green chilies within a pot, which are laying one upon another. After that, some salt and water are added to the pot, and then it is fermented. In South Korea, dongchimi is famous for its health benefit as well. Most South Korean kimchi is red. As you see here, chili powder is used much more. According to the old seasoning history of Korea, kimchi has been around for 3,000 years. However, spicy kimchi appeared not so long ago because chili was first imported in 1592, and it started to be used for kimchi from 1700 onwards. The third type is nabak kimchi, which is a watery kimchi like the dongchimi northern style. However, nabak kimchi is made from napa cabbage, not radish. Dongchimi is well known as a quick, powerful remedy for briquette gas poisoning and poisoning by agricultural chemicals. According to traditional Korean medicine, it is the effect of the sulfur content in dongchimi. There are other positive effects such as preventing tooth decay, cancer, helping digestion, and anti-aging. For the first time in 1978, dongchimi folk remedies were reported by Korean academia as effective medical practices. These pots are commonly used for protecting food. However, nowadays plastic containers are common as well. No matter what, you must remember that keeping the fermented fish or vegetables in pots is the most important part of the kimchi making process. All types of Korean pots must allow air in order to make the food ferment. Kimjang kimchi is kept in pots during winter. It had been like a freezer in every house before the freezer was invented. Especially in winter, there were no vegetables to eat for about 6 months. So, the ground was dug before the winter around the end of October. With a combined effort, people dug 80% of the ground to put pots in the backyard. Contrary to this, in the summer, kimchi is made as a salad. But after 2 weeks, it contains the highest amount of lactobacillus, which has great health benefits. During the winter, we used to bring some kimchi from the backyard. The temperature of the pot during winter helps keep the lactobacillus active. However, nowadays, many people use a kimchi freezer instead. Also, kimchi freezers allow kimchi to be made all year round. Only professionals prepare kimchi in the traditional way. Depending on how warm the province is, pots are kept in the ground in the backyard. Making a lot of kimchi with many people in October is called kimjang. It is a traditional cultural annual event in Korea and it is listed by UNESCO as kimjang. Kimjang was listed as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage in December 2013. This tradition involves visiting people in your neighborhood and helping to make kimjang kimchi together, and then sharing it. It finishes by the beginning of November. A team of huge sharing kimjang kimchi is given to old people or young single people, foreign workers, homeless people, and so on. This picture is a kimjang day aimed at sharing kimjang kimchi with a multicultural family. This is Hyundai Motors Company's Kimjang Day. Korean kimjang was listed by UNESCO 2 years ago. However, the Kimjang Festival had been held in many other towns in South Korea every year before this. According to the South Korean Guinness Book of Records in 2008, there was a new record set in South Korea for the largest amount of kimchi given with loving kindness. Furthermore, the record was broken after 4 years. In 2012, the Seoul Kimjang Festival was listed in the South Korean Guinness Book of Records as a new record for the largest amount of kimjang kimchi given. This picture shows an example of all town halls starting to make kimjang at the same time during the 6-day Kimjang Festival for sharing with people. This is the World Guinness record which was given to a Korean beverage company in 2013, which was named Korean Yakult. The company prepared kimjang in Seoul Square. Almost every year, the records get broken for the most people gathering to make and share kimchi. 2 years ago, I remember that I saw a similar thing in Sri Lanka as well. I have now been in Sri Lanka for 9 years. On that day, I went to Mihintale on Bosongpoya Day, and on my way back home, I got so much food given to me so many times. I was so excited all day long. The kimjang cultural practice is based on the teachings of Cheonbukyung, which is made of 81 letters. With the promotion of kimjang, the humanitarian ideals described in these 81 letters have become an active part in Korean culture and part of the national identity. Some scholars say that these teachings started about 9,000 years ago and were passed on through oral chanting. Here is the picture of Cheonbu-gyeong. It contains devotion to the welfare of mankind and was written about 6,000 years ago. The main message is the humanitarian ideal can also serve as a medium of bonding between human beings. Kimchi has been scientifically proven to benefit health in many ways. The most famous effects are anti-cancer effects and anti-aging effects. There have been many reported cases about anti-cancer effects and how this relates to the type of kimchi and the extent of fermentation. The results show that there is no big difference in beneficial effect according to the fermentation period. However, with anti-aging, the tests show that the summer kimchi is 70% effective, whereas over a year's old kimchi is 72%, and 3 weeks fermented kimchi is 75%. Nutritional values of a variety of kimchi depends on the ingredient used, blending ratio, and the extent of maturation. In Korean meals, the most general side dish is kimchi, whereas in Sri Lanka, it's dal curry. Normally, 100 grams of kimchi is eaten with other fermented side dishes with every meal. There is a high amount of calcium in kimchi. Most Korean food is fermented, and this is good for your intestines. Nowadays, the style of food consumed is changing to oily instant food and junk food. However, Koreans' most common dishes are seen as a unique medicine. So, Korean people say a meal is a restorative medicine. Kimjang has been popular in Korea for a long time, and there has been so much effort recently to keep cooking healthy food together with the traditional culture and to hand it over to our next generation. I would love to hold kimjang practice with all the people here today, maybe next year in Sri Lanka. Furthermore, I hope that Sri Lanka will also establish globally the tradition and ethics displayed during Bosong Boya, so that the world can benefit from these humanitarian ideals. Thank you.